Over the years, our childhood franchise Toy Story has made 4 movies with a 5th on the way, and in this video, I'm going to rank those and talk about them. Now, I'm making this video because a while back, a subscriber in one of my previous ranking videos asked if I could do Toy Story, and it's been a long time coming, but here it finally is. On the right, you can see we have all 4 of the current movies all lined up and ready to be ranked in our nice little whiteboard that I made. Before we get started, I love ranking movies. I love talking about movies. If that's something that you're into, please consider subscribing or even checking out some of my previous ranking movies. I've ranked Spider-Man movies, I've ranked Shrek movies, that sort of thing. And I always have fun doing it. So if you guys enjoy watching that sort of thing, please consider subscribing or even a like. That helps. All right, with that, we'll get into it. First of all, it's not listed here, but Toy Story 5, I don't know. I cannot imagine it being any higher than 4th or 5th place. That being said, we have another movie that came out relatively recently. Toy Story 4 gets its 4th place. How convenient. Womp womp. Why is this dead last? Why is my camera shaking? Okay. This one's dead last because it did not need to be a thing. I think we all know that. And they were just putting out yet another movie, just like this new one that's going to be coming out, to make money. These movies make money because the first 3 were so iconic, and people go out to see a Toy Story movie. New parents bring their new children out to see a Toy Story movie because in the past that has worked. People loved it. But in Toy Story 4, they were just trying to force a story. They're like, okay, we need some more money. We need a new Toy Story movie. How can we shoehorn a story into something that shouldn't exist? Enough said there. We will talk about more. Because we've got the toys, we've got Bonnie as the new kid. And then at the end, Woody just kind of dips. It's like, what are we doing here? It wasn't that great. I didn't have fun with it. It was just, it didn't need to be there. It was subpar compared to all the rest. That being said, let's move on to the 3rd place, which is bronze right here. Which is going to be Toy Story 2. Now, this one is leagues better than Toy Story 4. Firstly, we get introduced with Jessie, and there's that whole side story, well, I guess main story, really, going on. We learn about Jessie, we learn about her kid, her previous kid, and then we learn more about Woody, and that he is actually this, like, antique from this old show, and then we got the miner guy, and then we got Bullseye, and we have Bullseye, introduced Bullseye, so we've got the whole gang from, from Woody's show, back in the day, and then Woody finds out, hey, I had my own show, I was pretty famous, this is pretty cool. We had Al's Toy Barn, we had Barbie coming into it, it was fun. It was fun. Big Al. What a character. And then we had Emperor Zurg, I think, at some point, doing the whole Darth Vader, Buzz, I am your father type thing. It's a fun movie. And then obviously the big bad being the miner guy, the prospector. And it was just fun to watch and a classic. A lot better than the 4th. We really blew through the 4th and 3rd place, but that is because there's a lot to talk about in these final 2 movies. We've got the original, Pixar's first movie, first of its kind, and we've got Toy Story 3. There's only one answer here. Toy Story 1 in 2nd place. Why? I put it above Toy Story 2 because, like I said, it's the first of its kind. It's the first Pixar movie, and it's the first 3D animated movie. So it led the way for things like current Disney 3D produced movies. This was the first. It's great story. We got a toy who knows that he's a toy. He knows his role. He loves his role as leader of the toys. Leader because he's Andy's favorite toy. And then we got this new guy, Buzz Lightyear. And he doesn't realize that he's a toy. He thinks he's this space ranger. He's got that mindset. So that's a whole thing. You guys know the story. And then we got Sid, the crazy kid. We have Andy and Andy's friends who look exactly like Andy because maybe they have the same model. And we've got Woody, we got Rex, we got the piggy bank, we got Slinky Dog, we have Mary Bo Peep. Is that her name, Mary? Little Bo Peep. I don't know. Who's also in Toy Story 4, but I don't know why she was in Toy Story 4. It was just like hey, I guess we can do this. Back to Toy Story 1. We got Pizza Planet. We got these two traveling on their own, even though at first they were dueling with each other. You know, Buzz taking over the role of Andy's favorite toy. The whole entire room was changing from cowboy stuff to space stuff, and Woody was not having it. He was getting upset. He was getting riled up. He's like, bro, I've been a favorite for years, and this new guy comes in who doesn't even know that he's a toy, and he just swoops Andy right off his feet. So Woody's angry. Buzz is oblivious to everything going on, and these two go on their adventure through Pizza Planet, through Sid's toys, scare the shit out of Sid, traumatize him for life, and then they return. And then we get that iconic scene where they're flying through the air on that rocket, that firework. And then they finally get back to Andy, and he is ecstatic. It's just a great story, you know? Oftentimes, I think overrated in terms of the total ranking of Pixar movies and that sort of thing. Like, it's a good, feel-good movie. It's a classic, but in terms of other Pixar movies and where it falls, I think it usually gets overrated. Even though it's good. It is good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it deserves this number 2 spot or higher? Do you think it's better than a lot of other Pixar movies? And if so, why? So with that being said, that obviously leaves us with the GOAT, Toy Story 3, in spot number 1. Why is that? I will tell you why. Because this movie was fantastic. It was one of the... Now this one I could understand as being one of the greatest Pixar movies. Maybe not top 3, I don't think, in terms of all Pixar movies, but it's definitely higher up there than Toy Story 1, in my opinion. We've got Sunshine Daycare or whatever it's called. I don't remember, but that's the whole thing is, hey, Andy's moving off to college. That's a great premises. Because, yeah, if I were a toy and my kid was moving off to college, I would be worried too. Woody is trying to keep everyone under control. It's like, we just got to wait in the attic for a few years, you know? We just got to wait. And then once he's done with college, he'll take us back. He'll take us with him to wherever he moves. And then one day we will get played with by Andy's future kid. But then everyone else was freaking out. They're like, no, the toys in the attic are weird and they get forgotten, and what are we gonna do, blah blah blah. And then they end up getting donated and stuck in the daycare. Oh my gosh, this movie has it all. It has the emotion, it has the action, it has the, hey, this is great, why haven't we been here before? And then we see the fall as well. We see the peeled back version of what's really happening here. The facade falls. Woody is trying to save everyone, get everyone out, and it just gets crazy. And like the whole trying to escape, trying to formulate this plan, taking out the monkey who's looking at the cameras, that sort of thing. It's just, it gets insane. It gets crazy. Your heart is pumping. You're like, get out of there, please. Lotso's crazy. And then we got the toys finally getting out. And then we got that crazy last scenes where they're in the damn dump and they're about to get obliterated by that furnace. And yeah, it gets emotional. You're like, oh man, this is the end. These guys are gonna die. And they're all holding hands, just waiting for their fate to happen. And then out of nowhere, those 3 little alien goobers come out and save them. Oh my gosh. Roller coaster of emotions. And then you get to the ending scene, which is one of the greatest scenes ever in terms of Toy Story for sure. Toy Story, one of the greatest scenes, if not the greatest scene, but also a great scene just compared to all Pixar or Disney movies, is Andy donating his toys to Bonnie, the little girl from the daycare. Oh man, it's so sad. And then yeah, Andy brings out his box of toys to the yard, kind of shows them off to Bonnie, and he's playing with her a little bit, kind of introducing all the toys to Bonnie and letting go. It's bittersweet, and you're like, oh, this sucks, man. Because for 3 movies, you've seen Andy, and you've seen him grow up. You've seen how much Andy loves the toys, and the toys love Andy, and then you see that bittersweet splitting, and then Andy drives away in his car, and you're just like, oh, it hits, man. It hits right in the heart, and that's why I put Toy Story 3 as number 1 in the Toy Story movie rankings. So this is it. That is it. That's my ranking. And then once Toy Story 5 comes out, it's probably down here somewhere. I know I'm ranking it beforehand, but that's just because I refuse to believe that anything after Toy Story 3 should be in existence, because that was the perfect end to that trilogy. It was the perfect end. They should have just left it there, but no, they want more money, so they bring it back and do pointless stories that don't even make sense to do, because you had you hit the home run with Toy Story 3. It was just the best. So that's my ranking. What do you guys think? I want to hear what your guys' ranking is and why. Yeah, do you agree with mine, or do you have these in a different order? Did you like Toy Story 4 more than I did? Or did it annoy you too that it's in existence? Same with Toy Story 5. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to read through those as well and see what your guys' thoughts are. And not only that, if you want me to rank any other series of movies, let me know that in the comments as well, and I'm sure I will get around to it. One person asked me to rank Barbie. That was a while back, but there's like 43 of those movies, so maybe one day we'll pick out a few and then rank them. I don't know, all I can remember is Barbie the Nutcracker movie, but everything else I've just seen some clips on TikTok, and that's about the extent of my knowledge on the Barbie franchise. But if there's anything else that you guys want me to rank, any movies, let me know that down in the comments, and I will get to it. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching this far into it. If you did, please I wish I could talk. If you did, please leave a like. I love doing this sort of thing, so if that interests you, any subscribers or likes or comments, any of that sort of thing helps immensely, and I thank you so much for that. So yeah, I will let you get on with your day. That was my Toy Story movie ranking. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.